hate that, we done lost 2 Super Bowls against them, man. But how you felt about it?
I thought it was a good game. I'm not going to lie. The Giants gave y'all a run for y'all's money.
Until we got the adjustments made. Then we started laying down that riddle, Rodell, whatever you want to call it.
Welcome to LUTV Sports Extra. I am Jacob Battenfield along with Arthur Harmon, and we're here to discuss everything extra in the world of sports.
I'm ready to talk some football, man.
When it comes to the National Football League, there are only a few quarterbacks allowed in the E-class. The E-class stands for the elite. Names like Brady, Breeze, and Wilson. Deshaun Watson? Well, Watson has been on a tear this season with 11 touchdowns and 1 interception. He has thrown for over 1,300 yards and rushed for 3 TDs with a questionable offensive line. Arthur, is Deshaun Watson an elite quarterback, and will he bring a Super Bowl to Houston in his career?
To answer the first question, I'm going to have to go with Deshaun Watson is elite.
Okay.
His stat line, the stat line you just read, that's unbelievable for a third-year quarterback. And if you really look at it, it's kind of second year, first year he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So, but from day one, he's been building off of his career. And I think he's elite. You can definitely put him in the class. I say Brady and Breeze are definitely in a higher class than what anybody else is in. And maybe you can throw Aaron in there as well. Mm-hmm. But for the future and Mahomes and Deshaun is definitely elite already at a young age.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you, actually, but I have a different point. You brought up the fact of the statistics, but let's just say if I came up with a statement, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time situations, thinking of something more along the lines of great players raise the competition and the talents of the team around them. Mm-hmm. Am I right?
Definitely. And you saying big-time players make big-time plays in those situations?
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun definitely has.
Yes.
Even against me, a Patriots fan, he's given us trouble every year since he's been playing.
Mm-hmm.
The first year he comes back, I think we maybe had 3 minutes left, and he's
Mm-hmm.
giving us a run for his money.
Mm-hmm.
So he's definitely made big plays time in and time after again. And I remember last year in Seattle,
mm-hmm.
when they went to Seattle and he had that big game and he lost. It always seems like he lost, but it's his defense. His defense's fault.
Mm-hmm.
And with the Houston Texans, I just believe that they had a defense for so long, but they never had a quarterback. They finally got the quarterback. Now they don't have a defense because his defense has definitely lost some games.
Exactly.
He has won some and made some plays. I'm talking plays I really ain't even seen Brady make, and that's hard to say.
And there's actually a stat out there that solidifies your point. Did you know that in every Deshaun Watson game started, the Texans have been within a touchdown? In their losses, they've always been within 1 possession.
It's time to get Romeo Crennel out of there. First of all, I believe that's the defensive coordinator. I think I am right. It's time to get him out of there. He's coached for a long time and had some great defenses, but this one, you still have some great. I think this is basically the same defensive team, but it's just like now the calls are kind of iffy, and maybe it's taken away from Deshaun's greatness because you're looking like he's losing by these small margins. But if you look at it, it's not his fault. He's doing his side on the offensive side, and he's doing good. And another thing I want to say about Deshaun, though, I would say he's better. Patrick is good, but I say Deshaun is right there with him. If we're being honest.
Strictly talent-wise, or?
They're both talented, but they're good.
Okay.
And when it comes to hard situations, they both can get it done. So I would say they're both right there.
Okay.
And to answer another question too, when he bring one in his career, hopefully that defense can come together. If they do, he's gonna be good.
Okay, since you already mentioned a tie related kind of to Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is kind of a guy that I think eventually will win a Super Bowl ring. What about the second question? Do you think Deshaun Watson will bring Houston a Super Bowl?
If they get that defense together, they have to get that defense together. The defense, like I'm going back to what you're saying because that's actually a great stat that they're been in a small margin of when they lose games, and that hurts. It hasn't been him. On their offense, they're handling their business. Their defense, and their defense still have superstars. You still got J.J. Watt. But it seemed like offensive lines or their schemes have kind of neutralized J.J. Watt in a way.
Right.
Not totally, but in a way. That defense really just, I'm gonna strictly say it, that defense has to come through for him. And I want to go to this as well, Deshaun takes lots of hits. Dallas pretty much broke him in half last year. So
everyone did. 62 sacks.
Yeah, it's way too many hits, and they need to fix that defensive problem fast, or if not, he may end up taking an injury and retiring early, like Andrew Luck did, and that would be sad to waste that talent and know you have an elite quarterback, because he's definitely elite without a doubt. He's elite. It's just that defense. If he gets a defense, he'll win one. But that's the defense. I really can't say he'll win one this year unless the defense turn around.
Okay. My answer to this question is a counter question. Who's going to be coaching him? Because right now, I'm going to be completely honest, under Bill O'Brien, he's not going to win a Super Bowl. He's just not. Bill O'Brien has had a lack of surrounding the Texans with other coaches. We pointed out the offensive line. The offensive line coach is terrible. And he has been there since Bill O'Brien has been there. And 62 sacks last year, on pace probably for another record-breaking sack number this year. And again, we've improved. We got Larry Tunsil. We've got 2 really good rookies starting as well. They showed some progress. But still, I just feel like the offensive line coach needs to go. Because we have weapons on offense. We have Hopkins. Hopkins is a great receiver. Fuller is a great receiver as well.
Definitely great. 2 great receivers. And I didn't even really think about this offensive line. Those 2 need to. The offensive line coach and Bill O'Brien need to go. And if they get, it's just a lot of problems. It's not Deshaun's fault. It's everything but Deshaun's fault.
Well, we discussed a lot of problems, but I feel like honestly, if no changes are made, as a Houston Texans fan, I am pretty sad to admit that it's going to be another 9-7 season with a probably first-round exit in the division round by 30 points. So thank you for watching LUTV Sports Extra. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter to keep up with everything extra in the world. See you next time.